Before we start discussing Google AdWords, before we start exploring Google Ads, we need to understand some terms, some glossary which is related to paid marketing. Now remember, this glossary or these terms that we are going to discuss is not just limited to Google Ads, but these terms apply um, to every platform in the paid marketing ecosystem. Like it applies to Facebook ads, it applies to Twitter ads, LinkedIn ads, everywhere, right? So if you're learning it over here, you don't have to learn it again in social media. So let us discuss these terms in details. So let us start with the very first term, which is a campaign. So what exactly is a campaign? A campaign is nothing but an activity, a marketing activity which has a certain objective. If you're running any activity with a certain aim, with a certain objective, that is called as a campaign. The next metric would be impressions or clicks. So impressions is basically number of times your ad was shown to the people. So if I go to Google and I search for something, I'll see advertisements. So that is called as impressions. Number of times Google has shown the advertisement to people. If you go to your mobile devices, if you open any app, if you see a banner ad popping up, that is called as an impression. When you take some action on that advertisement or that banner, that is called as a click, which we all know. Now, when you have impressions, when you have clicks, then you get one more metric which is called as CTR or click through rate. So basically, CTR gives a rough idea about how effective your advertisement is, how well it is performing, and are the people finding it relevant and appealing enough. So CTR can be calculated as clicks divided by impressions multiplied by 100. Yes, CTR is in percentage format and hence we are multiplying it by 100. So that is what CTR is, click through rate. Clicks divided by impressions multiplied by 100. Let us assume a case where you're running an advertisement on Google or on Facebook and your ad was shown around 800 times. That means your number of impressions are 800. Now this ad was visible 800 times. But if an ad was visible 800 times, that doesn't mean it will get 800 clicks, right? Some people might find it relevant, some might find it irrelevant, not that much appeal. So people who find it relevant will probably go ahead and click on the advertisement. Suppose we our advertisement has received 38 clicks. So we have impressions, we have clicks. How can we calculate the CTR? So clicks divided by impressions multiplied by 100, which will give us CTR in percentage. So 38 clicks divided by 800 impressions multiplied by 100 will give us 4.75. 4.75%. So our CTR in this case is 4.75%. So if you're looking for an interpretation, it means that if your ad is shown 100 times, if your advertisement is shown or is thrown at the people 100 times, it might get around 4 or 5 clicks. So if it is shown 100 times, it might get 4 clicks, it might get 5 clicks, right? So clicks cannot be in decimal, right? So 4.75 tells us that 4 clicks or 5 clicks. Let us look at some other metrics. Then we have conversion. So basically, as I said, the conversions or the definition of conversion would be different for different types of businesses. For example, conversion for an e-commerce business would be sale. A sale can be attributed as a conversion. It will be called as a conversion when someone purchases a product. But in case of a real estate company, or let's say, uh, let us consider an example of 99 acres and Magic Bricks. Now, these are online portals which list properties for sale, properties for rent. In this case, someone making an inquiry, someone sharing his contact details will be called as a conversion, right? So, in case of 99 acres and Magic Bricks, a conversion is nothing but a lead. Now, consider an example of a blogger, someone who's writing very compelling, very nice articles, very high quality content. For him, a conversion would be someone visiting his website and subscribing to his newsletter. That can be a conversion. Or someone spending more than 3, 4, 5 minutes on his content. That can be a conversion. So basically, conversion is something that adds value to the business. That is some action taken by the individual that adds value, a lot of value to the business. Consider the same example. We have 800 impressions, 38 clicks, and a CTR is 4.75%. Assume that out of these 38 clicks, we've got 4 conversions. Basically, let us assume that it is an e-commerce company, and the number of conversions or the number of sale is equal to 4. We have 4 conversions. When we have clicks and when we have conversions, we get one more metric which is called as conversion rate. So conversion rate is equal to number of visitors who convert, basically conversions, divided by the total number of visitors. Basically, people visit your website when they click, right? So in simple terms, this can be called as conversions divided by clicks and multiplied by 100, because again conversion rate is percentage. So whenever you see the word rate, assume that it is in percentage. So you have number of visitors divided by number of clicks multiplied by, sorry, number of conversions divided by number of clicks multiplied by 100 will give you conversion rate. So assuming or considering the previous example, we have 38 clicks. Our ad has received 38 clicks, and uh, these 38 clicks led to 4 conversions. So the conversion rate would be 4 divided by 4 conversions divided by 38 clicks multiplied by 100, which is equal to 10.52%. That is our conversion rate. That means for every 100 clicks that my ad gets, the chances of people getting converted is between 10 and 11. So basically, if 100 people click on my ad, I'll get 10 or I'll get 11 conversions. That is what it means. The next metric is budget. So budget is obviously something that you spend on the campaign, on the marketing activity to attain the objective. Okay, so the amount that you spend on the marketing activity is called as the budget. Then you have bid and bid strategy. So a bid is something that you pay some amount, some monetary value, some let's say you're paying the network 50 rupees. That is called as a bid. But how are you paying 50 rupees? When exactly are you paying 50 rupees? That is called as bid strategy. So you must have heard about CPC, cost per click, CPM, cost per milli or cost per thousand impressions, or CPA, cost per acquisition. So all these are bid strategies. So in case of CPC, how are you paying the network? I'm paying the network on click basis, cost per click, CPC or PPC. Some people like to call it PPC. So this is called as bid strategy. So I'm paying the network when someone clicks on my advertisement, not for showing the advertisement, but after showing, when someone clicks on the advertisement, when someone takes an action on the advertisement, then I'm paying some amount to the network. Okay, so that is called as CPC. How much are you paying the network? I'll say I'm paying 50 rupees to the network when someone clicks on my ad. So that means 50 rupees is your bid, and CPC is your bid strategy. So bid strategy would be something like how you are paying, and bid would be how much you are paying. So the other bid strategies apart from CPC are CPM, that M stands for milli or thousand impressions, cost per milli, and the last one is CPA, cost per acquisition or conversion. But apart from these, there are many like CPS, cost per sale, or CPL, cost per lead. It really depends upon what your objective is and how you're marketing the product and what is your strategy, your objective behind doing the marketing. So let us assume um, a simple example where we had these numbers like impressions. We have 800 impressions, we have 38 clicks, and the CTR was 4.75%. And our advertisement got around 4 conversions with at a conversion rate of 10.52. Now, if I ask you, what is your bid strategy? How are you paying the network? You would say, I'm paying the network on click basis. Basically, I'm paying only when someone clicks on my advertisement. So that is called as CPC. Can you look at the first column, CPC? Okay. And what is your CPC? Basically, what is your bid? So the bid is 35. I'm paying 35 rupees on every click to the network. So in this case, my bid is 35 and my bid strategy is CPC. Okay. So if I run the campaign, if the campaign is active and I've got around 38 clicks, how much money have I actually ended up spending? So basically, I'm asking you, how much is the cost involved in running this advertisement? How do we calculate the cost? So per click, you're paying 35 rupees. The advertisement has got 38 clicks, right? So all you have to do is 38 multiplied by 35, which will give you the cost as 1330, 1330. So one click, cost per click 35. One click costs 35 rupees. How much would 38 clicks cost? So 38 multiplied by 35 will give you the overall cost, which is 1330. Okay, so now we know the cost. Now we know the number of conversions as well. Can we calculate CPA? Yes, we can. Cost per acquisition. So I spent around 1330 rupees. In the process, I get 4 conversions. So what is my cost per conversion? So 1330 divided by number of conversions, which is 4, will give you your cost per acquisition or cost per conversion, which is 332.5. And that is how you calculate your cost per conversion. Let us look at another example. So here's an example where my bid is 85 rupees, and this time I'm not paying on CPC basis, I'm paying on CPM basis, cost per thousand impressions. Impression means showing your ad. Yes, you're paying the network 85 rupees for 1000 impressions. Now your campaign is active. You're running the campaign, it is visible to people. In the process, you have got 18,000 impressions, 350 clicks, and 16 conversions. I want you to calculate what the CTR is. I want you to calculate how much is the conversion rate, how much is the cost, and how much is the effective cost per acquisition. Let's see if you can do this on your own. Okay, so let us look at the answers. The answers have been marked in green. Please cross check your answers with mine and just see if they match. So as per my calculations, my CTR is 1.94%. So basically 350 clicks divided by 18,000 impressions multiplied by 100 should give me 1.94%. So if my ad is visible 100 times, I probably might get 1 or 2 clicks, somewhere between 1 and 2. The conversions were 16. So my conversion rate would be conversions divided by clicks multiplied by 100, which is equal to 16 conversions divided by 350 clicks multiplied by 100 gives us conversion rate, which is 4.57%. So when someone visits my website, so uh, when 100 people visit my website, I should probably get 4 or 5 conversions. Cost. How do we calculate cost in this case? So remember, you're not paying here on CPC basis. You're not paying here on click basis. You're paying here on CPM basis. Basically, you are paying here for 1000 impressions. So for 1000 impressions, I'm paying 85 rupees to the network. For 18,000 impressions, I'll pay how much? That is how you calculate. Yes. So the cost comes to 1530 rupees. Now I know the cost, I know the conversions, I can easily calculate what my cost per conversion or cost per acquisition is. So total cost, which is 1530 divided by number of conversions, which is 16, gives me 95.62 rupees. That is how you calculate your cost per acquisition or conversion.